Welcome to my YouTube channel. I'm glad you could make it. The name of the program is TED Talk Stamps, and I am your host, Ted the Talking Stamp Collector. Today I'd like to talk about one of my favorite sets from Poland. It's a set of 44 stamps issued between the years 1986 and 2000. There were between 2 and 4 stamps issued almost every year, and I'll talk about that later when I get to it. The stamps cover all 44 monarchs from the emergence of Poland as an independent state in the year 960 under King Mieszko I until the dissolution of the Polish-Lithuanian Union under Stanislaw August Poniatowski in 1795. The images of the monarchs on all of the stamps are taken from a series of 44 pencil drawings created by Poland's most famous artist, Jan Matejko, between the years 1890 and 1892. All 44 stamps were designed by Stefan Malecki. Over the course of the series, 5 different engravers worked on the series to transform the pencil drawings into the exquisite little engraved masterpieces on the stamps, including the great Peter Naszakowski, until leaving Poland in 1989 to join his compatriot, the legendary Czesław Słania, in Sweden to work on their postage stamps. The set is not an expensive one. Almost all of the stamps have catalog values below $1, which means their retail values will be considerably less. However, being cheap doesn't mean they're easy to collect. Collecting them is going to be a piecemeal effort because you never see a whole set offered at once, and for that matter, you can't find very many dealers who have more than a few of the issues in stock at one time. I had to search dealer listings on 4 different websites in order to complete my set. There are, however, 2 rare varieties which you can really ignore, as the album pages don't include spaces for them anyways. The annual release schedule was disrupted in 1990 after the fall of the Soviet Union, and inflation got a little out of hand, and 2 stamps scheduled for 1990 got held back because their face values were now far too low for the current economic situation, and they were held back to be overprinted with new values. As so often happens, though, in situations like this, a few did manage to slip out the back door without getting overprinted, and they fell into a few collectors' hands. However, they're hardly ever seen. I've only seen 1 set offered, and I think they were asking $600 for the 2. Those 2 overprinted stamps finally did get released in January of 1991. And then later in that same year, the regularly scheduled 1991 issues were released. From there, the set resumed its annual release schedule unabated until the year 2000, when the series finally ended. There are 2 other variations that are worth noting also. In 1987 and in 1993, the sets were issued in conjunction with the philatelic exhibition, and 1 stamp in each issue were printed with a label. That is, the sheet had 15 stamps and 15 labels adjacent to it, honoring the philatelic exhibition. And stamps that have the label attached to them are much less common than the single stamps alone. So that completes our look at this set of 44 Polish royalty stamps. And I'll close out the program with a slideshow showing all 44 stamps with captions giving you the catalog numbers to make it easier for you to find them online if you decide to collect them too. So if you liked what you saw, please hit the subscribe button and the bell icon so you can be notified the next time a new episode goes up. And I'll see you in the next program. Until then, remember, old stamp collectors don't die, they just come unhinged. See you later.